Teachers, are you too sick to work, yet too young to retire? Stay tuned. I might have the answer just for you. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Spirit, and thanks so much for tuning in again. For my new subscribers, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Now make sure you listen to the very end for a very important free tip that I'm going to give as you go on your journey to apply for disability retirement. You do not want to miss out on this tip. Now, I'm assuming that you're watching this video because you are sick or you might have a relative who is ill and too young to retire, or a relative who doesn't have years of service plus your age has to equal a certain amount in order for you to qualify to retire, and many of you might not have that. That might be why you are watching this video. Now, I can't speak for every state. I can only speak for Texas for sure, but I am sure that other states offer similar programs and similar options for their employees. There are over 3.5 million teachers in the United States. That's not including support staff. That's just teachers. So I'm sure that they have some kind of program to support their teachers and educators who are chronically ill. But unfortunately, there's just not a lot of information out there. I know when I applied, I looked everywhere. Of course, I got on YouTube, Google, Yahoo, and I looked everywhere to try to find some support, to be able to find somebody that I could ask questions or email, and I could not find one person. So I decided, tag, you're it. And I decided to go ahead and help other people in my position. So I do support educators who are going through their disability retirement journey. I know what it feels like to go to work every day, pretending to be well, feeling horrible, dizzy, nauseous, sick, in pain. I know what that feels like. And I want you to have the same benefit that I have. I want you to apply for disability retirement in your state. It doesn't cost anything to do it. I want you to have relief from your stressful situation because the stress makes your illness even worse. So I want you to relieve yourself of that. And I believe that disability retirement may be a way out for you. Now, let me be clear that disability retirement through your education system, through your retirement system, is not the same as Social Security disability through the government. They're two totally different entities. They do not go together. And I know some of you are thinking, well, how am I going to make it? I'm not going to be making as much money. Check out my video in the description link below, Side Hustles for People with Chronic Illness. It can give you some options of some things that you can do on the side to help supplement your disability retirement check. Now, when I applied, it took almost 4 months for me to hear back from the medical board. And I heard back from one at a time. And I was just like, oh, it took forever, it seemed like. I mean, literally, it took almost 4 months. And, you know, I waited for one. The first answer was yes. I was like, yes. And I needed 2 out of 3. I needed 2 out of 3 doctors from the medical board to approve me. So the second one I got was need more information. I was like, woo, 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 what? And then the third one, the third doctor that I heard from approved me. So that gave me 2 out of 3. I didn't even have to deal with what the second doctor was asking for me to do. So I was so thrilled when I got that third notice that said that I was approved, because 2 out of 3 of the doctors approved me, felt that I qualified. So I was so excited about that. That was one of the happiest days of my life. If you take a look in the description link below, I have another video called 11 Tips for TRS Disability Retirement. I would highly recommend that you watch that video. That was the first video that I put out, and it will give you some very, very helpful tips in applying for disability retirement. Now, I didn't give out all of the tips. These are helpful tips. However, there are more things that you really need to know in order to be able to do the very best job in applying for disability retirement. It is my opinion that they don't want to qualify everybody, and you want to make sure that you're one of those people that they do qualify. So I would highly recommend that you contact me. I give free consultations. I know what I'm talking about, and I am not going to take on your case if I don't feel that you qualify. I would say that I did not take on about 50% of my clients because I did not feel that they would qualify. Now, they're welcome to go ahead and apply. I encourage that, sure. But if I feel like you would not qualify, then I'm not going to take on your case. So please know that. And I do give free consultations. So please contact me today. You are sick. You do not feel well. It's going to take the medical board a minute, or at least it did for me. Maybe for you it won't. So you don't want to wait. You want to apply today. And it literally took me a month to fill out my application. And this is while I was working, by the way. So I was really, really specific and detailed in the information that I put in the application. And when I applied, they sent me this instruction booklet right here. I read it from the front to the back and from the back to the front. And I made sure that I knew everything about what I was doing. And I made sure that I also called if I had any questions. But before I let you go and before I give you the tip, I want to give you some questions from the application. Here is a question. If you are unable to perform your regular duties, could you engage in lighter work of some type, such as light clerical duties, shop work, light housework, light outdoors work, etc.? Does your disability now completely prevent you from engaging in any business or occupation or performing any work for compensation, gain, or profit, even in a limited way? Do you expect your disability to continue for life so that you will never be able to work for a TRS covered employer? So these are just some of the questions I wanted to share that are on the application. And now for the tip that I want to give you. Once you qualify for disability retirement, go ahead and calculate those days that you may have, your sick leave days plus your personal days. Calculate them, add them up, and determine how many days you have left. And take a look at the rest of the school year and use those days. So, for example, if you have 3 more months left and you have 90 days of leave, then go ahead. If you choose, go ahead and just be done with it and take those days. You don't want to really leave any days on the table because you worked for those days. And I know with my situation, I didn't have the option of getting paid for the days that I had left. Now, what I decided to do, I knew how many days I had left, and I knew how many days that I had my personal and sick days. So I just kind of looked on my calendar and decided that I was going to work 2 days a week until the end of school. One reason why I did that is because I didn't want to leave my coworkers hanging. I was a school counselor and I had a particular grade, and I just didn't feel right leaving, just bailing and being gone. I just didn't feel right about that. And I wanted to do as much as I could possibly do. And coming in twice a week was better than not coming in at all. So I did my very best. And I think I even left a few days on the table because we just ran out of time. But anyway, I really, really hope that this video was helpful to you. I encourage you to do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Do not be afraid of applying for disability retirement. I'm here to support you. I love you. I care about you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, or I'll hear from you soon. And remember, always live life with spirit. Love you. Bye.